Josh, and I'm over here at Acura of Pembroke Pines to review this 2022 Acura RDX A-Spec. So since, of course, it's been 3 years since the RDX has been out already, so we are of course going to go ahead and get a facelift. So with the facelift, we've gotten a completely new front end. Now, the new front end is to mimic the all-new MDXs, which are over there. They mimic the new front end grille area as well, and the side air curtains here. But this time, since it's a sportier version, you get side air curtains fully exposed there, thank God. I really do like the way that they have done this version compared to the little lobster claws that they had in the front end. They've done a phenomenal job with the design. You do get fog lamps since this is the A-Spec trim. So A-Spec trim and up, you do get fog lamps as standard. They're full on LED, as well as your headlights here are full on LED with your turn signals as well as LED. Now, of course, you still get your Acura watch safety sense over here. You do also get blind spot detection and forward collision mitigation, as well as pedestrian detection, and of course the braking system for pedestrians. So as I mentioned, the grille here, since this is the A-Spec, you do get the matte kind of finish here in the front instead of the glossy finish like the other trims. I really do like the matte finish, though since this is of course they won't be having a Type S version coming out for this generation. They will be coming out for the 4th generation. They're not open up like the Type S versions, hopefully. We do see a Type S version coming out for the 4th generation version. You do also get a different kind of grille finish here. As you can see, there's the intercooler on the bottom. Very nice and tasteful, very detailed. I really do like the way this car looks. So let's go ahead and get into the side profile of this vehicle. You still get the exact same lines you got on the pre-facelifted model. Over here, looks very nice, especially when you're driving on the freeway. You still get also the 20-inch aluminum finish rims. They are in the gunmetal finish as well. Looks very nice and tasteful. If you do get the A-Spec Advanced trim, which is all new for the facelifted model, you get a completely different rim setup. It's more multi-spoke than this one, but I do like the design of this. This is very clean, easier to clean as well compared to the A-Spec Advanced, but at least they gave A-Spec Advanced a completely different looking rim design. You still get the A-Spec badge here, and you also do get your LED here. And look at that beautiful glow on that, the blue, this Apex Blue. Looks phenomenal. Love the way that they've done this. You still get that black molding across the bottom of the vehicle. Very nice and tasteful. And the good thing about these doors is that they're fully connected all the way down. So whenever you're entering the vehicle, you don't bring any of that dirt and grime in here because of the separation right here compared to the other kind of brands that they do that. You still do get half LED, half bulb type. You get a bulb type, a turn signal right here, but everything else is LED reverse lights, and LED braking system. And at night, the daytime running for the rear lights are also lit as well. You still get, for the A-Spec trim, exhaust tip on either side, and you also now get a completely diffuser for the rear end. It looks very, very nice. I love the gloss black finish they did. Thank God they didn't do it only just for the A-Spec Advanced, but they did regular A-Spec, so it looks really nice. On the lower trims though, and the Advanced trim, you get squared off finishes for the exhaust tips now, so you don't get the dual exhaust tips like they used to have. But still, otherwise, it's still kind of the same. And a good thing is with the A-Spec version, you also do get this little washer here that washes the camera whenever you do wash the rear window here. So that's a really good thing. So getting to the trunk here, and it still has the exact same amount of cargo space, the same amenities. You have your little levers here to go ahead and push down on the rear seats. You do have your speaker right here. This is the ELS 3D studio audio system that Acura has had in many vehicles, and it still continues here. You still get the same exact loading floor cubby areas that have a ton of space. This vehicle has so much space, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's probably one of the it is actually class leading compared to the other automakers out there like BMW and Audi and so forth. But overall, let's go ahead and start getting into the interior of this beautiful RDX. So entering this RDX A-Spec, you have a beautiful color contrast with the Apex Blue, with this beautiful finish of red leather. It looks very, very nice and tasteful. You do have Alcantara across the door cards right here, and you also do have this same texturized finish that we saw on the MDX A-Spec version, which looks very, very nice. It has like a texture kind of line to it, and it's actually made out of a full-on aluminum door handles. You see your ELS Studio 3D audio system right here, cubbies for the cup holders. You do have your trunk release right here, and you still do have memory seating, which is a really good thing. Down here to the bottom of the seat, you also have a full-on power seat with lumbar control, and these seats are the half Alcantara for half leather seating. This is the Ultra Suede right here in the middle. This actually helps with taking those corners very tightly, and it won't actually kind of like move you around enough. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into the interior. So, heading into the interior here, we have a completely new steering wheel. Here, it's flat bottom like the rest of the lineup when it comes to the A-Spec models. You do have your same analog gauges, unlike the digital gauges you have on the MDX, but you do now have finally a readout for your speedometer down there in the digital area, which is really good. Still the same aluminum paddle shifters right here. Same exact transmission as a 10-speed. Speaking about powertrain, let's go ahead and talk about the powertrain for a second. It is the exact same 2.0 liter turbo from the Type R model, of course, but of course detuned to 272 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. You still get that exact same engine. It's a phenomenal engine. By the way, this one actually does come with, I believe, super handling all-wheel drive. And since this is the A-Spec model, you get heated and ventilated seats, which is a pretty cool thing. And you also have an auto, so it kind of can have both on at the exact same time. You do have so much equipment in here, you know. Now they finally added in the wireless charging system down here. And speaking of wireless, we now have finally wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for the first time in the RDX. So very happy that Acura decided to go ahead and offer the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as wireless now. True touchpad system, same thing as what you know from other Acura products, except probably for the next Integra. But getting into the center console right here, you still have your USB there. You still have your dual cup holders there. A lot of storage space in this vehicle. And you're getting into the middle here, you have your compartment right here, as you can see down there. Very nice and deep, actually. So have a lot of places for different things that you have that you want to carry around, maybe like a Pop-Tart once in a while. You do have an aluminum finish for the engine start-stop system, and you get a full-on Alcantara padding here for the dash. Looks very nice. Every material in this vehicle, ever since the RDX came out, you could tell that the quality for Acura has risen, and it shows with this new facelift. They've done a phenomenal job of everything. You still do get the panoramic sunroof, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and open it here. It's a huge panoramic sunroof. It's probably one of the biggest I've seen in the segment, actually. Bigger than the one that they have in the BMW X3, that's for sure. So it looks really, really nice and really detailed. Love the way they've done everything about this car. So let's go ahead and get into the back seat. All right, so getting into the back seat, same materials up here, down back here as well, which is surprisingly because most competitors don't actually do that. You still get the exact same suede Alcantara here on the door cards, as well as the full-on leather cup holders, cubbies right here for your bottles of water and whatnot. ELS Studio down here as well, aluminum finish. Everything's basically the same. Same seat design as well, as you see in the front, which is a really good thing. As you can see, also the seat is a little forward, and I have the buckle seats there. Let's go ahead and get into the rear. So getting into the rear, very, very nice legroom. I love the legroom. Back when I tested out the 2019 model year of the RDX, I said I love the legroom. It was one of the best. And even when I did the review of the BMW X3, still I think this is one of the best interior volume space to get in this segment. You do have now USB Type-C for charging back here. Same venting system that we got in the pre-facelifted model. You do have little areas here to put your items that you need to put, and so on and so forth. But it's such a great cabin in here. So much space. You could see right here, I have probably about, I want to say about 2 inches of headroom, and I'm 6 foot tall, which isn't really too bad, especially with a panoramic sunroof. You would think that that would eat into the space, but it really doesn't. Remember that the panoramic sunroof actually comes standard within the whole range. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take it out for a drive. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take it out for a drive on this beautiful Acura RDX A-Spec. So turning over here, let's get out of Acura Pembroke Pines. And over here next to me, I actually have John. Remember him from the TLX Type S video that I shot a couple of months ago, actually almost a year ago now. I did that video, but he's over here with me next to me in the passenger seat, and we're gonna go ahead and take it. I'm gonna drive it in normal mode. I'm not gonna take it in sport mode yet. I'll do that once I get the chance to go ahead and take it out to the road. Alright, so now getting onto the road after all that traffic, let's go ahead and take it out to the road. It still feels a phenomenal, like the driving mechanics of this car feel great and to this day. And one thing that I noticed that that the Advance and the A-Spec Advance now comes with the dual pane front windows as well as the front windshield. I think it's a really cool thing that Acura has added that now for more quiet and more luxury amenities towards the cabin space. It's really interesting how a lot of car companies don't actually offer that for a luxury brand. Let's say, for example, BMW doesn't even actually offer that on their X3, which is kind of crazy to think, especially since, you know, they're sport luxury. But the fact that now the Acura also offers it is extremely great, and I think that offering it adds that luxury amenity that you know, Acura has become accustomed to and knowing. So also I want to say that the performance of this engine has been greatly emphasized by the aftermarket people. They've come out with cold air intakes. If you guys know PRL, they come with cold air intakes, charge pipes, all the good things. I'm sure that there's also a full-on Honda system that's available for the RDX. So if you like any kind of more performance out of the 272 horsepower inline 4-cylinder turbocharged, you can do that with all these equipments that you can also get. So it's a cool thing. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out to this road here again and see how it goes. I'm gonna put it into sport mode now. There's no longer a Sport Plus mode because Sport Plus mode is only reserved now for the Type S vehicles, and since this is no longer you know, a Type S, they won't be doing a Type S until the 4th generation. We won't be getting any of that Sport Plus mode until then. Let's go ahead and take it out to this road. And it feels really good. The power delivery is extremely good, and I'm having the transmission in normal mode with sport mode. And it really, even the brake system feel great, even if it's not even Brembo brakes. Really, really good. Bites really hard. I'm gonna go ahead and floor it a little bit. And it has such a good pickup that you kind of don't need that extra power. And it's kind of crazy to think how good and well done and well tuned that Honda has done with this engine. We all know that it's the CTR engine, detuned, has its own version name, code name, like the TLX A-Spec. But they've done a phenomenal job with the way that they've done this power delivery. And super handling all-wheel drive. This one doesn't have super handling all-wheel drive, sadly. I actually mistake on the fact that I said super handling all-wheel drive. But even for the front-wheel drive version, it feels really, really good. Power delivery is low end. Torque is low end as well. So it's right there. It punches through every single gear that you need to go and push it through. I'm going to put it back into normal mode, and now we're basically, let's go ahead and put it into comfort mode actually. And now it's even relatively comfortable. You know, for 20-inch rims that we have on this vehicle, it feels very, very comfortable. And I have to say, you know, well done to Acura that continues to elevate their performance and their luxury amenities into their vehicles with every iteration that comes out. Every model year that comes out, they innovate and they come out with a new aspect of their systems that they have for the suspension system, as well as engine tuning and so on and so forth. So I think that Acura did a phenomenal job with this vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys want to go ahead and buy a RDX, NDX, TLX, or even the Integra coming out soon, be sure to contact my man over here, John. He's a great salesman, very, very nice, handy. If you need any kind of thing, I will put his, I'll put the contact information for the sales division of Acura of Pembroke Pines, so you can go ahead and contact them and see if you can talk to John so that you can buy a RDX, TLX, or MDX today at their dealership. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.